On this episode of China Uncensored, subverting traditional Chinese culture. Hi, welcome to China Uncensored. I'm your paragon of parody, Chris Chappell. So if you've been watching my show, you've heard me say that the Chinese Communist Party has destroyed traditional Chinese culture. Boy, was I wrong. One of our viewers from Sweden sent me footage of a traditional Chinese culture festival held in Stockholm, put on by the Chinese Association of Sweden in association with the Chinese Embassy, and they must have flooded the city because everyone was getting blown out of the water and there was socks everywhere because people were getting them knocked off left and right. Even China's state-run Xinhua wrote about how the festival had strengthened the friendship between Swedish and the Chinese people. Guys, this is going to be good. I haven't actually watched the footage yet, but with all these sponsors and the months of preparation organizers said went into this, and the fact that the Chinese Embassy put this on, you know it's got to be a taste of the real, authentic Chinese culture. Okay, that didn't seem very traditional. Okay, let's skip to another singer. Uh-oh, the audience is beginning to rebel. Okay, Kung Fu. There's got to be some good Kung Fu. Okay, he does that same exact thing another 10 times. Then there's this. And this. You know, considering all the sponsors this had and that everyone involved was volunteers, I wonder where all that money went. So this is what Sweden's Chinese Embassy wants people to think is traditional Chinese culture? I'm starting to think they don't have any idea what it even is. After the Chinese Communist Party took over China in 1949, they spent the next several decades systematically wiping out Chinese culture. They altered the language, burnt classic books and scriptures, destroyed monasteries and works of arts thousands of years old in the Cultural Revolution, and attacked traditional belief systems, replacing it with a Chinese Communist Party culture. Mao said they should struggle with heaven, struggle with the earth, and struggle with the people. Looks like they're doing a pretty good job of it. There's all kinds of little tricks the CCP has used to subvert China's traditional and ethnic culture. Take, for example, Tibetan singer Tenzin Dolma. Here she is dressed in traditional Tibetan attire, singing a traditional Tibetan melody with the lyrics just slightly reworked. See if you can pick out the subtle propaganda. Did you catch it? Even the White House was on the receiving end of this packaged propaganda. In 2011, when former Chinese leader Hu Jintao visited the U.S., President Obama invited him to a steak dinner. Also, there was famous Chinese pianist Lang Lang. He provided entertainment for the night, including a number called My Motherland. Little did Obama and several other China experts know, this song was written in the 50s about the Korean War, and the lyrics compared U.S. soldiers to wolves. But hey, at least they're rebuilding some of the monasteries they tore down, except that most have kicked out monks and are turned into money-making tourist attractions. There's a saying in the Book of Changes, an ancient Chinese book on divination. Things invisible and intangible are Tao. Things perceptible and tangible are containers. So while you can go to China or see a performance group from China abroad, you're really not getting traditional Chinese culture. It might have the trappings of it, but the actual heart has been removed. So what happened to traditional Chinese culture? Well, it went abroad. It went to Taiwan. It went to America. It went around the world with refugees fleeing communism in China. Now, as you can imagine, a lot of them weren't happy that the CCP was destroying their country and turning their culture into a joke. That's how the TV station I work for, NTD Television, got started. Actually, the specific reason NTD got started was because of 9/11, when Chinese state-run media was reporting America finally got what it deserved, and they had parades in China. And so some Chinese expats thought there really should be a better representation of what China actually is. That's why every year we hold a series of traditional Chinese cultural arts competitions. So compare Sweden's Chinese Embassy's look at traditional Chinese clothing, and now look at ours. martial arts,
尽力、平衡、风格、
Chinese dance, And so while Huawei, the Chinese telecom equipment maker accused of spying for the Chinese regime, sponsors this festival, NTD sponsors this. Of course, both Shenyun and NTD are banned in China. Seems kind of sad to me that if you want to learn about traditional Chinese culture, you can't go to China, you have to go overseas. So what is your impression of traditional Chinese culture, and how did you get interested in China in the first place? Leave your comments below and check out the Facebook and Twitter page. And for those of you in New York, check out NTD's competition homepage at competitions.ntdtv.com. Come back again for more new episodes every day. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris Chappell. See you next time.